Selamat sejahtera, madam. Okay, we are from group members first. So today I would like to introduce my friends, group members. First ni Ahmad Akbar bin Ni Adnan, Muhammad Suhi Sulungli bin Teresa Kushrili, Muhammad Ikwan, me, Muhammad Aizam bin Muhammad Kari. Next, Nur Najwa Natasha bin Muhammad Nasi, and the last one is Nur Azimah binti Abdul Aziz. For our assignment today, I would like to brief the topic that we presented by me and all my friends. First, I will explain the introduction, objective of the assignment, definition of behavior, and definition of recreation park. Is more on theory. My friend Muhammad Ikwan will present his study, why we choose this site and the observation of safety area, and the layout site plan. Another friend Suhi will present the behavior theory, how our observation planning, why we selected the category of the observation. The next, Nur Najwa Natasha will be explanation on the observation result on 6 July 2030. Second, explanation on observation results 9 July 2023 morning. Nur Azimah also will explain the observation result on 9 June 2023 evening, and explanation on observation result 10 July morning. The last one, Ahmad Akbar, we explain the conclusion for observing the data analysis, suggestion and recommendation for the parks, and overall conclusion from our assignment. Introduction for visitor. Reaction behavior refer to the activity, prefer and pattern of the behavior exhibited by individual who visit park for the recreation purpose. First, understanding visitor behavior is crucial for the park management and planning, and his help in improving the facility, managing resources efficiency, and enhancing visitor experience. This comprehensive analysis will dive into various aspects of the park visitor recreation behavior, including motivation, activity preferred, and impact for our study. So, the objective of our assignment is to understand park visitor reaction behavior initial for efficiency, park management and planning. Comprehending visitor motivation, activity preserve, and impact park management can provide a brighter facility, manage resource efficiency, and enhance visitor experience. Knowledge, the last one is knowledge contribute to the sustainable development and concept of for future generation to enjoy. Okay, let me explain the definition of the behavior. Behavior is generally considered what someone does, behavior, what the person does, that is observable and measurable. It is common to define behavior by identifying what action the person has displayed or what action the teachers decides that the individual should begin to display. Okay, refer to PMG 2020. Numerous studies have looked at how behavior and the attitude may influenced by a kind of natural environment and preferred activity, as well as graphic and characteristics and the content.
Okay, this is my case study for our group. My case study is at the Shah Alam Recreational Park, Section 14, Shah Alam. Shah Alam Recreational Park is certainly one of the landmark of the state of Selangor Pride. It is located in Section 14 near the PKNS complex. Shah Alam Recreational Park is cover an area of 43 hectares and is also a habitat for freshwater animal and birds. And then Shah Alam Recreational Park is divided into several areas, which are the lake, jogging path, floating restaurant, children playground, and also a public toilet. The center of attraction at this park is kayak and boating area. Besides that, the water theme park known as a wet world is also contributing to its popularity. For those who love extreme sport, the park offers activities such as flying frog. There are three reasons why we choose the Shah Alam Recreational Park Section 14 as the place for observation. And the first is we chose this area because we could see many angles of a different behavior performed by other people at the park. And then second is this place is a center of attraction because it's located heart of Shah Alam where people find it the most interesting spot. And lastly, third is also convenient because of the free entrance, and this place can be visited by everybody. Okay, next slide is you can see why we choose the specific area, and then I focus for the point at the observation place. Okay, they also have three reasons, and the first is the reason why we choose this area is that this is the main area visited by the most visitor on a daily basis. This area is always packed with people, especially in the evening and on weekend. And the second is people from different age group, different gender, and different purpose like to use this specific area for their activity. For example, they would go there to jogging, have a picnic, or even simply walking on the pavement enjoying nature. And third, lastly, is they are being the center of attraction. We are able to observe different kind of behavior at this specific area. Different people from a different age group perform different behavior, either they are along or with a family. Okay, next you can see at the slide about the site layout plan. Okay, first, as you can see from the layout plan, they are we are here point indicate that this is specific area where we are carrying out our observation, and it's a center point of the recreational park. And then second is based on the picture shown here, you can see this is a real footage taken during our observation at the specific area.
How do we plan our observation? We divide into two types, which is the first is recording and the second is without recording. Our observation start with 10 minutes of record. After that, we observe without record and then repeat for 1 hour. Our observation is for 4 days, which is 2 weekdays and 2 weekends. So what category that we observe? We observe for their age, sex, gender, race and behavior. So the quantity of person on Saturday is 58, Sunday for 52, Friday for 69 and Thursday for 84%, referring to our chart. Next, why we select the category of the observation? The first is to determine the type of gender at the observation point. Second, to determine the type of age at the observation.
This is a first video observation for the weekend. There are visitors from a different age group and gender where they walk and jogging along the walkway. There are a few group of family members that spend time together playing at the playground. Other than that, there is a group of children playing at the playground also. Okay, based on the second video at the weekend, there is a few people with family member jogging and walking at the walkway area. Other than that, there is a group of children and family member playing at the playground from the different age and gender.
Hi, my observe in this video is there's two boys walking for sightseeing and a family, which is the father is holding her daughter's hand and the mother is pushing a carrier at the back. The father, which is wearing a black clothes, and the mother is in the pink clothes. They are looking for a sitting place to have a view. Next, a businessman was riding his ATV, bringing the kids at the back around the playground. We can see that the kids are enjoying. A lady which is in the ATV accompany her child together.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Najwa, so I'll explain on the observations on 6th July, a weekday's evening. We have come up with results tabled in data as follows. So basically on the mentioned day, there are mostly a group of people with families and alone. The group of people, their acts and relationships are vary from one another, and as I observed, the park is open for any leisure activities for family, persons or individual. So for families, their majority walking, and for individual activities they choose specific activities for themselves, which are jogging, and also there's also a person's doing business selling fruits. So, from the observations, there are three types of families. The first one is newly married with one child, carrying the baby on the baby carrier. The second one is an elderly couple spending time together, carrying out healthy life by jogging. The third one is a family with grown-up children, where I saw the mother and the eldest child talking at the back, while the father is taking care of the little sister for maybe another sport at the playground. So there is also a boy I saw playing alone, cycling, and at one time he's stopping by at the group of people, looking at them as he's wishing to make friends with them. Compared to two boys who is running together, chasing out each other, which seems to be more enjoying themselves. On the other side, there is a man who is riding a motorcycle selling ice creams, beeping his horn for people to notice him and support his business. And last but not least, I caught an eye on a young woman walking while video calling, which I believe he's making content for his social media on what he's doing on that day. And there is also a man who is drinking water after jogging. For me, he's being serious on what he's doing to stay fit and healthy, as by analyzing his structure of the body, which is fit. So that is our observations on that day. Here is our observations on 9th July 2023, a weekend evening. The activities are almost the same as the other days, but there is train riding service, which I believe is only open on weekends. There you can see here a father helping his two daughters and riding the train, making sure his daughter sit properly and safely on the train. And there's also a father helping his child around 1 to 2 years old in learning walking. As the child fell, she's getting back on his knees by the help of the father. So here I can see the importance of a father or parents in assisting their kids who are underage to ensure they play safe and secure at the park. On the other side, this is the part that I feel intriguing, that there's a man who is pushing an empty stroller, and also there's a woman who is wearing hoodies on a hot evening, which for me is so unsuitable for the event. And next are, I want to highlight the elderly activities caught on camera, which is the first, grandparents bringing their grandchildren at the park, walking. And the second one is a man around 50, having a healthy lifestyle, cycling at the park. And the last one, an old man who is trying to make a living by riding his motorcycle around the park, selling fruits. That's all for our observations.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Razima. From our observation at Taman Great Kasih Section 14, there is a popular attraction. So many people interested in going to the playground. However, for our project, we decided to focus on individual using the jogging trail. On a Friday evening, we estimate around 50 individuals were using the jogging trail. These individuals come from various backgrounds, including families such as mother, father, daughter, sons, then a group like a student, friends, and also those who are walking alone. During our observation, we saw a patient father assisting his son in riding a bicycle along the jogging trail. The majority of people on the jogging trail will engage in walking and enjoy the scene view of the background. We also spot a boy riding a bicycle alone, a girl having fun with a scooter, and another girl very skillful using her skateboard. Besides, we also observe a brother and sister, they are siblings, walking together along the jogging trail. Many couples, like a husband and wife, were seen walking and engaged in conversation while carrying water bottle. They are carrying their babies, and also bring their sling bag. We also noticed that individual at park had a body mass index. Most are individual in a category normal, but few 2 or 5 two or three underweight. There is BMI below to 18.5, and some 1 or 2 and we classify on obese below to 30. Thank you. Hi, we will continue on a Saturday morning. From our observation, we estimate about 70 people were happily enjoying the jogging trail. On that day, the weather was nice and enjoyable. We saw a joyful of a husband, wife, and their 8-month old baby girl that carried by her father, walking along the jogging trail. And another sign that caught our attention was a 5 years old girl holding her father's hand, then kiss her father's along the jogging trail. We also noticed a confident boy riding his bicycle on his own. So amazing. The most popular attraction at the park to be the train. A man around 35 years old manage and operate the train, which attract a lot of children eager to take the ride. For in terms of body weight, we observe the most individual had a normal BMI, indicating a healthy weight. However, we noticed one person who was categorized as underweight and two individuals who categorized on overweight. Overall, Taman Rekreasi Section 14 provided a delightful experience for visitors on a Saturday morning.
Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nick. Okay, I'm going to explain about the objective for observing the data. Okay, so this data was gathered to design and improve the facilities and equipment of the recreation park in order to make sure all visitors, regardless of gender, age, and race, can enjoy the park. Okay, for number ones, we collect the numbers of people to know how much is the numbers of visitors coming to the park. And next is the genders, to know which gender are the most coming to the park. And next is the age, to find out which range of age are interested most to the park. And another thing was activity, to know what kind of activity and behavior that they are usually doing at the park. Next is the race, to know whether this recreation park is friendly to other races as well as Malays. Next is their BMI, to know how fit Malaysian people are that coming to the recreation park. And finally was their outfit, to see the activity of people by how they are dressing. Okay, from the data that we observe, I have generated some graph chart to make an analysis. Okay, the first graph is about the relationship versus average numbers. The park is most frequently visited by single people, while the park most second frequent visitors are family, and the list is by group, friends, and couple. This data show that single people more likely to visit the park because they had more free time compared to others. Okay, the group of family members are also the most frequent visitors to the park because there are a lot of activities their kid can do there, such as playing the playground. Next is the age ranges graph. The most people coming to the park were age ranging from 20 to 30 years, while ages from 1 year to 9 years were the second most, and the least were ages between 14 and 49 years. There is a lowest numbers of elders and adolescents visiting the park. Maybe because there is no specific activity that's suited for them, and the pedestrian walk is too busy with the people activity that are not safe for them. Next is the race graph. Malay are the most race that are visited the park, while Chinese, Indians, and others were minority. However, this data doesn't mean that the park is not friendly to other race besides Malays. It is because the population factor at Shah Alam is dominated by Malays. Okay, next is the BMI chart. Person with normal BMI are the most frequent visited to the park, and there is just a little numbers of obesity and underweight. This shows that most of the person coming to the park was physically fit. Some of the people with obesity are seen doing some exercise to lower their weight. Next is the outfit chart. People who wear casual outfit are the most common, while people with sport attire are the second. This means most of the visitors coming just want to do relaxing activities like bring their kid to playground and take a breath of fresh air. The one with sport attire really mean to sweat by doing activity like jogging, riding a bike, and walking. And the last chart is their activities chart. Most of the activity recorded was walking, followed by walking while bringing their kids, and the list was jogging, eating, riding scooter, carrying stroller, and skateboarding. This data shown that there is a list of activities can be done besides walking, because there is only one walkway which is not suitable for riding a bike or skateboarding.
Come back to me. Okay, our suggestion and recommendation to our SMA is first, to provide all background for the elders to do some exercise that is designed to be more friendly to them, such as having good access, personal use wheelchair, and equipment being accessible by them. Second, to provide a place for the elders to hang out with their friend, to have a more activity like mahjong, ping pong, and others. Okay, the third suggestion is build additional walkways, especially for more extreme activity like skateboard, riding school, because as we know right now in our Malaysia, lot of the extreme activity. The fourth one is there we allow, the suggestion is there we allow numbers of adolescents to going to the park. It should be equipped with the others thing that made them interested. Based on our assignment, our conclusion is, according to our finding, this park was most used by adults aged 20 to 29 years old, and the second most visited by a group of family due to the abundance of playground where they could bring their children to play. While fewer elders and adolescents attend the park because there are not many facilities that cater on their needs and interests. The recreation park design should plan to be more place to eligibles such as skateboard, basket court, and futsal court, because these kind of sports are really amazing to them. Then, for the elderly, they need a park where the design based on the current physical ability and the most important things that they are safety from any hazard while using the park equipment. We can conclude that when design a park, the function of the facility and the equipment must be balanced to suit the age category interests, so that we can build a park where everyone can enjoy the facility together regardless of the age, gender and race. Thank you.